Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages. You are listening to Radio Spark, the voice of Jaipuria. You talk, the world listens. This is आपकी अपनी होस्ट भव्या गुप्ता। चित्रकारी एक कला होती है जिसे कागज पर सजाया जाता है। आज हम उसी कला की दुनिया में विलीन होने वाले हैं। वास्तव में कला सुंदरता की अभिव्यक्ति होती है और समृद्धि की परिचायक। कला हमें खुद में खोने में और खुद ही को ढूंढने में दोनों में ही सहायता करती है। आज हम उसी कला के ऊपर बात करने जा रहे हैं। It's time to roll out the red carpet for our special guest, who, as a young boy, began his pursuit for art bachpan se, when he had barely started talking, by embellishing the walls of his house with drawings and paintings using his father's boot polish and mother's lipsticks. Presently, a research scholar with Raja Man Singh Tomar University, Gwalior, he has done masters in fine arts with distinction from Jivaji University, Gwalior, and bachelors in visual arts from Rabindra Bharati University, Kolkata. He also holds a diploma in visual arts from Academy of Fine Arts, Kolkata. His relief paintings, with its subaltern expressionistic idiom, carries a distinct insignia and has earned him quite an appreciation and laurels. इतना ही नहीं, बल्कि on the path of fame, he has experienced the art arena as an artist, curator, critic, and most importantly, as an astounding humanist. He has worked selflessly for the Save Child of Krishna Mission for 7 long years. He has inspired and curated an exhibition involving the Tihar jail inmates, a unique and one of its kind endeavor in India in November 2001. His paintings are in collection of all the ambassadors of the European Union countries for their respective embassies and exclusively by the ambassador of the European Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming none other than Dipto Narayan Chattopadhyay ji. Our convivial namaste, sir. We are beyond grateful for your gracious presence today on the Jaipurian Rendezvous, the talk show. What's your day been like so far, sir?
Thank you so much. This kind of long introduction, it's making me a little embarrassed because my actual identity for you people for this school is I am parents of students who is your friends or his father. So in that way you all are my child. Okay, so I feel like home. So my identity should be like that. Anyway, but thank you very much. It's an absolute honor. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है whenever I come here and you people are again and again calling me this kind of you people are reminding me my school days. So that is a very good thing. Absolutely pleasure for me. Absolutely. Now I'm at your disposal. You can ask me and I will answer you. Please tell me.
Great to hear that, sir. Without further ado, I would like to take this opportunity to ask you a few questions and engage in a fruitful and encouraging vartalap with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please carry on.
So, sir, in all these years, you have lived through a marvelous journey with multifarious roles. Would you please recount your journey as an artist?
See, it's very difficult to say because, see, everyone expressing through some language. Okay, suppose right now we are speaking. So now I am speaking in English or Hindi or something like that. This is a language. So for me, somehow my language becomes art, and art is the most ancient language in this planet. When people not started even speaking, even for my case also the same thing happened with me. That time they started drawing in caves wall, if you recall. So like this, so this is the most ancient language. For me also, when I was not even started speaking, my parents said that, as you said, I started doing something on my,
Walls of the house.
Walls of the house. Actually, my father was a PCS officer. So he was in
Oh,
Polish, West Bengal Polish. So we used to get new bungalows because it was a transferable job. So when we get new bungalow, my thing was all empty walls becomes my canvas, like that. सब जितना भी खाली wall हुआ करता था, तो all becomes my canvas. So my journey started like that. And my first solo exhibition when I was 6 years old.
yeah.
So it was like Birla Academy Art and Culture, Calcutta. So in that way, you can say my professional career started automatically in that young tender age.
Yeah.
So then I did not think about all these things because everybody realized that this guy is little different because I used to speak very less that time, not like this time because the time is the most wonderful thing that time is making you all the time, the
Changing you, yes.
changing. So that is there. So everything is like that. So suppose my journey is very difficult to explain if you uh, say that if you tell me to paint, I think that will be more easier to express myself. So my identity is like that. So
Yes.
it's suppose I was very comfortable to express myself. So that now I becomes a visual practitioner, or you can say painter, designer, whatever it is. But design is everywhere in the your life. Design is everywhere because the sense of design is first you are starting with your life, in your religion, in your geographical location, in your history, everywhere. This design is exist everywhere. You know.
Yes, definitely. So that was quite an impressive answer. So, as you mentioned, how you've went on to change the bungalows and how the walls of the house became your canvas, you had quite an eventful childhood, sir. Would you like to share your favorite childhood memory?
See, favorite childhood memory, it's very, I'm telling you, being an artist, when you build your career, your aptitude, your things, to rest of the people, rest of the world thinks that you are very eccentric and you are a mad kind of man. It happens with every scientist and every artist's life. So my life was also like that. So I was very forgetful kind of a man. So suppose very funny thing, uh, suppose Calcutta Metro is the oldest metro in India. Calcutta
Okay.
Metro.
Yes.
So metro train is coming from side. So I forgot that metro will come and stop at a station where I am standing. So I was showing my hands like this, like a taxi. Okay, so it should come and stop there. So and I was realizing that why rest of the people, they are standing in the platform and they're laughing, they're smiling, they're laughing. Why they're laughing? Because I forgot these things. So I was so this is a kind of involvement with your work, and sometimes you forgot that you are living in this world. Sometimes I forgot to take food even. I did a biggest interior mural in Mumbai. It was in Nehru Center, Worldly Nehru Center building. It was 27 feet that time, and I was
Oh,
in a very tender age. I
yeah.
was that time 16 years old, 16 years
Oh,
old boy. And you will be not able to believe if I say, you will say, you can think that I am exaggerating, but very honestly, I am not exaggerating at all. 7 days I did not take any food.
oh,
7 day मैं सोया नहीं था. I did not sleep.
oh.
I did not take any food. I forgot to take everything. I was so engrossed, involved in my work. I made that 7 days. But after 7 days, yes, of course, I becomes very sick, and I went through a lot of medication and all.
Hmm.
But I really forgot all these things. So this kind of things happened. I don't know how many examples should I give you, because you will get tired to hear all this stupidity and nonsense.
Oh, no,
So
sir. No, sir.
I did
Definitely
this, and
not.
still I'm doing this. I am still doing this. Okay, still doing this. So, and I in this world, artists and scientists are entitled to do all this kind of stupidity. So I am not
Yes.
also yeah.
Yes, I get what
So
you mean.
and this is like that. But the thing is how you are getting happiness, because I said, as I said, that in this world only two type of people. So forget about good people and bad people. Good is
Mm.
that what is good with you, that is good, and bad is that what is bad with you. Because human being made this concept, this example, these things are bad and these things are good.
Yeah.
So only two kind of peoples I believe in this world exist. One is happy people, one is miserable people.
Yeah.
So I want to keep in my myself in first category, but I am not always happy, but I try to make myself happy. That's why maybe I have chosen this profession. If you go through, I don't know. Yeah, of course you should know this is called Ikegai. Do you know Ikegai?
No, sir.
Ikegai,
The Beauty of
Ikegai, the
Life. There is a book
people
of
of
Ikigai.
Japan is believe that
Yes, yes, sir.
everyone has Ikegai, a
Yes, yes.
reason, a reason to jump out of bed each morning. Okay. And according to the residents of Japanese island, this is called Okinawa. Okinawa is a island where you will be surprised to hear the approx life is more than 100 years.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
people live like 120 years, something like that.
Yes,
So
yes.
why they are getting so prolonged life? Why? So a lot of researchers researched and they found the reason is the happiness of their life is their work profile. They are choosing their work profile. They are going through a lot of question. Question
Hmm.
is like,
Yes.
uh, what you want to do, what you love to do. A lot of people can think your age, my son can think, I love to sleep, I love to play, okay, but you have to go through a lot of questions and by questions. When by question is, next question is, it can be your profession, are you that good of that? Maybe वो कट जाता है, you understand? तो पहला वाला कट
Yes.
गया. So lot of permutation and combination, going through a lot of permutation and combination, you will get an answer. Yeah, what should be the path? What should be the guidelines of your life? You understand?
Yes, sir,
So
definitely.
if you get that, so you will be very shorted. You will be very transparent, shorted in your mind. If you get that, then what will you do? You will get the happiness. And this happiness is the secret of the long life, that
Yeah.
prolonged life.
Mm.
So, and they don't go through a lot of medication things, and
Yes,
no,
yes.
they
A
don't
healthy
need.
lifestyle. Definitely.
Yes. Now you can ask me your next question. Yes.
Yes, sir. So now you've mentioned how you took up art, why you took up art as a career, but what prompted you to take this as a career in the first place?
See, here is a very funny answer. The thing is, I didn't think about that. Even the culture, the environment I came from, in a very modest society. I'm telling you, very modest kind of a locality. I born and brought up there. My father was a very honest officer, so from our childhood, we went through some very modest kind of a atmosphere. So sometimes what happened, people used to ask me, Dipto, what are you doing now these days? Say around 20, 21 years that time. So I said, I'm a painter. I used to paint. I studied in art college. I'm studying in art college and I paint. Immediately they said, okay, what's up to theek hai? Okay, but what are you doing? So then again, I tried to explain, I am painting. Oh, no, don't waste time like this. You should think about your future. So
Career
like this.
seriously.
So in India, still in India, professions are like, there is lot of categorized the profession, good professions. First category professions are doctor, engineer, lawyer, yeah, clearing
Yes.
UPSC, all bureaucrats, so like that. But as an artist, is a scientist, they don't encourage that much. Still, that encouragement is not there. You have to prove, you have to demonstrate, you have to करियर चूज करे और उसमें एक नंबर बन के दिखाए, तो वो है ठीक है। एक नंबर बनना भी एक रिलेटेड बात है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है एक नंबर बनना, बट एज आई सेड हैप्पीनेस इज देयर। कैसे हैप्पीनेस मिलता है? आई एम टेलिंग यू, सी, I am not opposing or counteracting for any other profession. Each and every profession is good, and each and every profession is needed for the society, maintaining society.
Absolutely.
But you
Yes.
know, two categories, only two categories, they are contributing in this world. These two categories is, one is scientist and other is artist. But what is the difference between art and science? That we have to understand and realize. The difference between art and science is, artists, they are going realism to abstraction. In this world, each and every art is abstract. Even hyper realistic art is also abstract. If it becomes absolute realistic, then it will become life, then it will no more art then. But science is just reverse, abstraction through realism. कल जो abstract था, आज वो, that is very much realistic. How? Suppose in mythology we have seen Indradev, who is flying through, I mean, clouds. Okay,
Yes.
they have some aeroplane kind of thing called Pushpak Rath and all. Okay, and that Pushpak Rath becomes today reality. It becomes aircraft. Okay, it becomes some rocket, missile, or something like that. So that becomes reality. So abstraction through realism, that is science work. So that is very much needed, you know. Okay.
Sir, my next question to you is, so that I personally feel, as you mentioned, that art is not taken seriously as a profession. What is your take on this?
See, seriousness, art is not taken as a serious profession in this atmosphere. That is okay. But other way around, if you see, if you realize why art, why science, it is always advanced for time. Okay, the presence is always advanced. Sometimes people are not able to take that advancement for the time being. It will take time. So you have to provide that time, because you born an artist, you born as a scientist to contribute this world. If you understand your responsibility, then you can ignore all these things. It will not affect you. And absolutely, this is not problem for you. Even if somebody don't understand you, so that is his or her problem, not your problem. Your problem is you have to understand yourself. Let me explain you. I should give you some example, although this is not history class, but it will be interesting if I give you some example like this, because history always teaches us what should be the net result. If you know history, okay,
Yes.
so you can find out a path, or you can decide a path. You know what should be the net result. If I take this path, what will be the end of the day? In our culture, Far Eastern culture, first of all, you have to need to understand our map, today's map, political map, it's always changing. Okay, it was not like that. Suppose 551 BCE, okay, there was a Far Eastern philosopher, Chinese philosopher called Confucius.
Yes.
And say around 100 years, the period of Confucius considered as Confucianism.
Hmm.
Like
Yes.
479 BCE, he died approximately. What I recall, his birthday was 29th September or something like that. Anyway, what is Confucianism? Confucianism is an ancient Chinese belief system which focuses on the importance of personal ethics and morality. You understand?
Okay.
So Confucianism is a philosophy. So that philosophy is you have to understand that you are not answerable to anyone apart from yourself. You are answerable to yourself. So end of the day, you have to come and stand in front of a mirror. That is an abstract mirror where you have to see your face and you have to give answer. So you are answerable to yourself. How? I am giving you some example. They used to give a big stone to their students, and they are all art students. The art students is through art you are making your life. So that was an exercise how to build your life. So and it was instructed like that. From this big stone you have to make a small bowl, okay, curved bowl, and that bowl also how you are making and how aesthetically you are making, that is very important. That was a teaching process. Now the
Hmm.
question is, why so big stone? Why not a small stone? If I provide you a small stone, it will be very easier to
Yes,
you
yes.
that you can make very quickly a small bowl. But
With
why
ease,
big bowl?
yes.
Why big stone? So it is a foolishness, other way around. And they are giving very thin equipments. Why thin equipments? You can provide strong and thick equipment so we can make quickly the things. Now these
Hmm.
days everything becomes all power tools and all artificial intelligence make things very easy. So why so?
Definitely.
The thing is, why so? The answer is, when you are making these things, you are taking so much time. You are taking so much devotion, dedication, hard work. Through hard work, devotion, dedication, a kind of involvement you are, it's growing inside of your brain, you know. And your
Hmm.
brain, there is three parts in your brain. One is called in mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind, and conscious mind. And you'll be surprised to hear 90 approximately 95% occupies your subconscious mind. So these things are subconsciously you are perceiving, you know, you are
Yeah.
achieving all these things. So you are growing all these things subconsciously. So this thing is like that. So hopefully you got your answer why I have
Yes, sir,
chosen.
definitely.
Good, good.
Yes. Sir, I've had come across a talk by you on the impact of Jesus Christ on paintings. So could you please elaborate on that?
See, Jesus, who is Jesus? Jesus is a symbol. You know, I believe in symbolism.
Yes.
Art actually multi-dimensional.
Hmm.
So you can think in your way. I was in students of aesthetics. According to aesthetics, they said when you are starting an art, it is a completely blending with emotion and intellect.
Okay.
Through emotion you are starting your art, okay, but only emotion cannot represent anything. It will spoil. Over emotion always spoil your art or science. So it needs some intellect also for representation. So it is a representation. Jesus here is a symbol of love and greatness and goodness, and symbol of sacrifice, which is very much needed, because uh, teaching is a thing. It's purifying your mind. It will give a mind setup. To Jesus, Buddha, and all the great people, they are all teacher. Okay, they teaches us how to live life and what is the ultimate truth of life. Suppose I'm giving some example. My elder sister, she has got a very huge house, very huge ancestral house. Her in-laws house is very big, and she took a small dog, very sickly dog. It was going to die from street, and she took care of that dog, and slowly she fall in love, and now she is having more than 30 dogs at her home.
Oh, that's so
Okay,
sweet,
so
sir.
very funny. You are saying sweet. Some people can say very mad, eccentric, all these. And I have seen, she is getting tremendous pleasure and happiness from all these dogs. Dogs are very loyal, so happiness. And some people are making money day and night. They love to make money, buying diamonds, buying properties, all these, and they are spending sleepless night. And end of the day, people can say that successful, so-called successful man or women, and this lady who lived better life. So it is very related. Who lived better life, and end of the day, you can realize that maybe this lady with all these dogs lived better life and happily lived life.
Yes.
So how you are putting the meaning of your life, that is very important, because life, unless until you are putting a meaning, it do not have any meaning.
Yes, so internal satisfaction and happiness is the ultimate goal
Yes, yes,
after all.
that is very important. That is very important. Internal happiness. And yeah. So anyway, there is a saying, "Paradise lost." If you went through John Milton, the Fall of a Man. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. So mind is very important. So mind, how you are making your mind, you are getting, so this transparency, this clarity is very much needed. So Jesus, I found that Jesus, his life, his sacrifice, a clarified life. In
Yes.
my art, has it shown the clarity, the call, that is the कहीं ना कहीं पे एक कॉल है, जो
Yeah.
इंसान को, नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को, ये कॉल हमेशा ही रहेगा. So
Definitely.
that is there.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the answer. That was a great one, sir. Sir, just out of curiosity, if you are a new addition to the color palette, what color would you be?
See, the thing is color. What is color? Uh, if you ask me this question, you need to understand what is color. In physics, color is associated specifically with electromagnetic radiation of a certain range of wavelengths, okay,
Yeah.
which is visible to human eye. This
Visible
is
range,
the,
yes.
but color, they have a lot of different kind of explanations. Maybe aesthetical explanations, maybe scientific explanation, maybe chemical explanation, maybe biological explanation, maybe visual explanation. So a lot of different kind of explanation. I'm saying you the simplest explanation of color. That is, whatever we can see, all are color. Color is a very vast things. I'm not going in depth of color, but what is color? Color is that, and each and every color has some philosophical aspect. It has got some demand. Color has got temperature, warm temperature
Warm
and
color.
cool temperature. Even now, the time of winter, if you're surrounded by dark curtain and dark color
Rays.
combination things,
Yes.
you will feel cozy. And if you surrounded by light color, you will feel very इवन ठंड ज्यादा लगेगा आपको। तो दिस इज देयर, कलर का बहुत सारे ये है, मुझे ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, मेरे लिए कलर इज समथिंग डिफरेंट, यू नो, कलर डिमांड इटसेल्फ। एंड व्हाट यू आर सेइंग, द ह्यू is
Yeah.
hue is specification of color. 1666, Sir Isaac Newton made a great test. He completed a test called color spectrum in a disc called color wheel. In your right hand side, the half portion is called warm color and half portion is spectrum. All color, if you mix, it will becomes white. But the thing is, if you go in depth of color, you will get to understand white and black. These two color does not exist in this world. Absolute white does not exist. Absolute black does not exist in this world. So white is what? White is maximum light, and black is so-called maximum depth. Maximum depth. If it becomes absolute black, then everything will be vanished. That is the black hole concept, you know.
Definitely,
so
yes.
Nothing will exist there. So for me, color automatically comes according to subject. Why I am saying so lengthy answer? Because you need to understand these things. For an artist, color is not so important in that way. Which color he is using? Color, absolutely, you know, color palette. What is color palette? Color palette is generally we think that where artists mix color, that is color palette. But in art sense, color palette is inside of your brain. Your vision, maybe imagination. You are wearing a crimson red jacket. Okay, that is your school dress, crimson red jacket. This crimson red can appear some people's eyes as vermilion red, as cerulean red, okay, as some other red. So this, it depends on light. Actually, color is a specification of light. And for me, for my art, for my designing, for my sense of designing, visual sense is saying what demand is there. Okay, so demand comes, suppose you are sitting in a dining room. Your wall colors are red or yellow or purple. Red, you are not feeling that much, you don't feel that much appetite. Okay, maybe yellow, you are getting excited to have food. Maybe purple, your appetite is better. So these are all, color therapy is also a very big subject. Very ancient Egyptian science there, because these are all specification of lights. And only not eyes we perceive color. Color हम लोग खाली आंखों से नहीं देखते. Color through skin also we perceive, you know, through skin.
Yes.
So that is also very important. Yes.
So my fellow artist friends would be eager to know what are some specific roadblocks to watch out for in this industry.
Actually, can you ask once again your question, because it has actually not coming sound clearly.
Yes, sure, sir.
Please.
So my fellow artist friends would be eager to know what are some specific roadblocks to watch out for in this industry.
Roadblocks of this industry. This subject is, you know, this industry, you need to understand a lot of things. This color symbolism, it's a very ancient thing.
Yes.
It is 90,000 years old. These things called color symbolism.
Yes, you know, definitely.
When human civilization was not there, this color symbolism was there. This color symbolism also you can see, आप लोग दिखाई देता है animal में भी this thing is visible, you know, color symbolism. But you know, a lot of animal cannot see color. You know, how humans see colors. Human sees human retinas, there is two things called rod and cones.
Yeah.
You know rod and cones? Rod and cones, the two types of photoreceptors in the human retina, rod and cones. Rods are responsible for vision at low light, which is monochromatic
Okay,
vision,
sir.
and cones are actually responsible for highlights, which through cones we can see the color. But a lot of animals cannot see colors, but human also cannot see full spectrum. Full
Yes.
spectrum can see, like a lot of insect can see, honeybees can see full spectrum, you know. So
Yes.
this is like this color symbolism, this things he is asking basically for color symbolism. What I can understand, color symbolism comes from the concept of religious color symbolism, your atmosphere, your livelihood, where you are standing, and what is the requirement. Lot of things, lot of permutation and combinations are there, you know. So
Definitely.
this comes like this. So exactly, you cannot generalize these things. If you generalize, even it will be injustice to color, you know.
Yes. Sir, research in any field is a limitless and exhaustive process. What
Of
is
course.
the prime focus of your research in visual arts?
See, my research now these days, what I am doing research, that is called scholastic naturalism. Scholastic naturalism is in art. Art is, as I said, art is always abstract, but
Yes.
there is some naturalistic approach which can communicate your viewers easily. This naturalistic approach, this realistic approach, so-called realistic approach. So my research subject was why this kind of naturalistic approach in art, why it is needed, and how much effective for your viewers, because it's a communication. If you don't know Chinese language, if you see, go and see a Chinese movie, will you be able to 100% enjoy that movie?
No, sir.
Absolutely no. So like this, you need to understand the language. So I am trying to understanding, there is lot of I mean things, as you said, sky is the limit for any research. Sky is the limit. If you go in depth, sky is the limit.
Limitless. Yes.
But simultaneously you have to think that lifetime is only one. So how you are exploiting or using your life, that is more important. Because some people enjoy food, some people enjoy sleeping, some people enjoy making scribbling, drawing, some people enjoy singing. So it is up to you. But for me, a subject I want to choose, I want to research where I am not getting tired whole day. If even if I work 24 hours, I'll be not get tired. So that is very important.
Yes.
If you get that subject, this is called love affair. You know,
Yeah.
if you something, if you love something, maybe your teacher has given some work to you. You are procrastinating this that work. नहीं आज नहीं कल करेंगे परसों करेंगे. But if you love that, maybe you will not able to sleep properly. सुबह उठ के काम करना है. That's why I said ना, that's why I said ikigai. That's why I said ikigai, that this is jump out of bed each morning. You will get a reason of jump out of bed each morning. So something like that. So
Yes.
how much you are getting return from world, uh, that is not your
It doesn't
lookout.
matter.
No, no,
Yeah.
of course it doesn't matter, because see, in future, now your parents are taking care of you, but in future you will enter in your professional life and you will earn money. It's of course power. Through money you can do a lot of good things, but through money you can do a lot of bad things also. You have to choose which you will do. I believe one thing, because you people all are actually children. So all are my child. You are my child. So what I believe, I actually I was dreaming a thing from my childhood. Maybe when I was very small, 6 7 years old, I was dreaming that I will make up. I can make a very huge building where all the people will stay in this world. All the people come and stay at together. So it will become a single family. So then we don't need to spend money for all other things.
That
Suppose
was so thoughtful.
no, this is only dream. It is not realistic. But the thing is, suppose our 80% money we destroy for fighting. Okay, military, police, or administrative things, all these things, to your 80%. If you make a good mind setup, as I said, Confucianism, if all we make a good mind setup means you live happily and you let live other people also happily.
True,
If you
sir.
can do, then what is the need for this, all these things? Then I think your all barrier, barricade, passport, visa, all these things, all countries, all barrier will wash out. And this planet can be only one planet, one family. So something like that. This is very philosophical. It sounds very good. I know it's not 100% practical, but still we can think. We can suppose Mother Teresa said, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples, you know. So
Yeah,
something like that. तो हम लोग सबका माइंड सेट अगर अच्छा होगा, एंड इफ ऑल वी इन्वॉल्व लाइक द आइलैंड ऑफ ओकिनावा, तो definitely we can think for a better future. We can definitely get a better planet, better future, better world.
absolutely. Absolutely, sir. Sir, is there any particular artist that you look up to जिनसे आपको inspiration मिलती है?
बहुत आर्टिस्ट है जिनसे मुझे इंस्पिरेशन मिलता है, और मुझे इंस्पिरेशन मिलता है सब आर्टिस्ट से ही. सपोज माय फेवरेट पब्लो पिकासो, विंसेंट वैन गॉग. Actually, there is a time period. It's like a baton race, and each and every time period there is all good artists like surrealism, like Salvador Dali. Okay, father of surrealism, Pablo Picasso, cubistic approach, analytical cubism, synthetic cubism, all first chapter. Anyway, I'm not going in depth of all this, but a lot of good artists are inspiration, and art itself is an inspiration. See, when you are doing art, so that time when you are involved in art, that time you are not doing some other things, like you are not fighting for chair. Okay, that time you are not doing bad politics. That time you आप चोरी नहीं कर रहे हैं. ओके, यू आर नॉट मर्डर समवन. तो आप अगर चोरी नहीं कर रही है, रेप नहीं कर रही है, मर्डर नहीं कर रही है, कुर्सी के लिए नहीं लड़ रही है, तो यू आर डूइंग सम गुड थिंग. एज आई से, we can think we can get a better world if you try to do something. See, each and every creativity, involvement of every creativity is good thing. I have seen Adolf Hitler's painting, very good, tremendous good work. And Adolf Hitler tried to get chance from in art college.
Yes.
And I believe अगर आर्ट कॉलेज में एडोल्फ हिटलर को चांस मिलता, तो उस हिटलर को देखने को नहीं मिलता जो दुनिया आज जिस हिटलर को देखा. यू अंडरस्टैंड?
Yes.
Rajiv Gandhi, I have seen Rajiv Gandhi's lino cut drawing, very good drawing. He also said that he will go and learn art from art college, but somehow his environment, his parents, did not agree, and ultimately, end of the day, what happened with him? Okay, a lot of people I have seen, they are very good artists. Suppose Walt Disney said, I don't want engineer, I want imagineer. So this imagination, this creativity is very much needed. My mentor was Dr. Kalam. I don't know
Yes,
whether you know or not. Dr. APJ Kalam, Abdul Kalam, our former
definitely.
president, His Excellency, he always emphasized this creativity. Creativity is very important in your life. You have to be creative. If you are creative, then you are a good human being. No doubt you are a good human being. Okay. All creative people are good human beings. As I said, they don't fight for their chair. They don't murder people. They cannot murder. If they murder, then there is some problem. There is some problem. They are not artists then. Okay, there is some misconception. So
Yes,
this
sir.
I believe.
That's great, sir. Sir, me and my peers are very curious to know if we could turn over time, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
I really don't want to think in this way because if you go back and if you start your life in that way, it can be disastrous. It can be disastrous because what you made wrong thing in your life, that was also needed for that time. So whatever has gone, that has gone. You should enjoy, you should relish that things, and whatever, and the but you should try. If you try, and if you get success, you will double your confidence. And if you don't get success, you will double your experience. So that experience was also needed, but this also, if I go back, then definitely I would prefer to go and admit in Jaipuria school. That is very luring. Okay, my school life was like I was prisoners. What I recall, I studied from a very Sarkari school. That was also very enjoyable. I'm just joking, but I was not very good in the study. So that time I used to do cartoon on blackboard. Each and every teacher सबका face मैंने cartoon में किया था.
Oh,
मुझे I recall that. तो वो ब्लैक बोर्ड में मैं कार्टून करते थे. And but now I think the relationship with teachers and students, the cordial relationship, the friendship, the openness, that was missing that time. So that is very good, that is very luring and very admiring.
indeed, sir, indeed. What would be the biggest takeaway you hope budding artists would learn from today?
See, this is, of course, always say this: budding artists, see, they should learn drawing. Drawing is very important in your life. Not only artists, each and every profession. Can you tell me a place where drawing does not exist? Even when you dream, that time also you draw something. Okay, you are drawing because you are making, through drawing you are making a blueprint of your life. When you will go after school, what will be your higher education, which college you will sort out the college. So drawing is very important. And especially I said them, before you draw, before you start drawing, you should try this kind of thing. So hand movement. Why this is? Let me little explain you. It will be clear for you. When you start with some hard thing, your brain will say, I cannot. But when you start with some easy thing, easiest thing, your brain will say, yes, I can.
Yes,
Suppose if I say, can you raise your hand? You can raise your hand.
yes,
Okay.
sir.
If I say, can you raise little more your hand? You will
Yes,
do like this. So possibility is always there. When you raise your hand like this, you have not given your full effort. But when you did this, you did little more effort. So possibility is always there. So step by step, you should go ahead. But before you do one thing, you ask yourself, I really love this thing. क्या मैं ये काम करते करते tired हो जाता हूँ? If answer is yes, please don't do that. If answer is no, then you please carry on that. So this will be my tip to budding artists. So life itself is an art. So all you people are budding artists. It does not make any sense that you have to be a painter. Then only you are an artist, or you will be a dancer or singer. Then you will be an artist. You can do any job in this world. You are an artist. Of course, you are an artist. Whatever job you are doing, all are art. All are art. You need to understand the art of living. You know, that's why you need some good teacher. And already you people are having all best teacher in this world. So that you are very
Absolutely.
fortunate.
Yes, undoubtedly. We just have to follow our passion and live our life the way we want to.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, sir. So that brings us to an end today. It was a great pleasure to listen to your wise words and learn so much from it. I want to extend my generous thanks to you, sir, for your enlightening words that inspired so many people out there. Your bright ideas and comforting guidance had a great positive impact हम सभी लोगों पर. आज हमारे टॉक शो पर चार चांद लगाने के लिए आपका बहुत 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 धन्यवाद.
My
Thank you all.
pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure. I'm always happy to see you people. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
It's
you so
absolutely
much,
honor
sir.
for me.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining in for the 4th episode of Jaipurian Rendezvous. आज के लिए बस इतना ही. Till then, stay tuned to Radio Spark, the voice of Jaipuria. आप कहें, दुनिया सुने. A bientôt, more to come.
Stay tuned to Radio Spark, the voice of Jaipuria, where you talk and the world listens.